My name is Somakya, and I belong to the Hmong tribe. This Hmong village is called Ban Pontanwea. I started my vocational training at the Don Bosco Center in Vientiane in 2013 and finished in 2014. The legendary origins of the capital of Laos, Vientiane, do justice to the role it still plays and carries out responsibly to drive the country's slow but vibrant renaissance. Vientiane is a regal city and it welcomes guests from other parts of Laos or from other countries with a certain solemnity. It is the engine of Laotian culture and the nation's economic revival that goes through tourism and industry. Its metropolitan area has a population of more than 700,000 inhabitants, about a tenth of countries, over 6 million people. An extremely young population to which the Silesians' educational action is directed through a technical school that helps students enter the job market. In the young Democratic People's Republic of Laos, it is not allowed to profess a religion other than the Buddhist religion. However, the Silesian presence is accepted by the government because their educational method is effective and therefore convincing.
Economically, now the 5 years that I'm here, there's a lot of development going on. Perhaps because of the ASEAN community that helps promote this economic growth in the country. So buildings are coming up, and I think there's a bright future. Economic future of this country. Yeah, poverty is very much felt, especially in the provinces. But if you live in the city, you feel that it is a first world, the second world country. But once you leave the city, then you see the real situation, the economic situation of the people, where people live in the farms and they survive on farming mostly. And so there is little development in the outskirts of the city, but most of the development is taking place right at the heart of Vientiane, where industries are coming up, factories are coming up, and this is also due to the fact that there are many foreign investors coming in, and NGOs also trying to help in the development of the country.
Our community of Vientiane here at the Don Bosco Center is part of the Silesian province of Thailand. The activity of the center in Laos began in 2004 and had an almost clandestine beginning. Through some past pupils who had studied at Don Bosco Technological in Bangkok. I'm talking about my experience in Thailand. First of all, in the Silesian Vocational School in Bangkok, I learned a craft, both theory and practice. In addition, I was impressed by the sacrifice of Silesians and the school teachers. Finally, I really experienced the way of living according to the spirit of Don Bosco. After some years, about 5, this governmental organization of the Youth Union showed great interest in the Silesian works for the poor young people of Laos. Regarding professional formation and recruiting centers, there are many. In the provinces, there are the centers of the Youth Union. But when you think about the many needs of the young people of Laos, these centers are insufficient. The young people of Laos are more than 3 million, out of a population of about 7 million.
ของจำนวนพลเมืองลาวทั้งหมด7 ล้านกว่าคน
In my experience here, going to the provinces, I've realized that many young girls, as you pass through the road, you see them carrying their children, very young age, maybe about 16 years old, they're already married, especially the girls. And mostly because they live there and a small community, so very limited exposure. And the culture also dictates that they get married so they have children to help in the farm. And I've seen by myself, for myself, that many young girls, they get married. In fact, some of our students, as soon as they finish, when they go back to the village, they get married at the age of 20, 19.
In the Don Bosco Center, I learned many things. The Salesians of Thailand who came to work in Laos did not only teach us a trade, but also taught us to behave well in everyday life. Salesians teach young people to become good, to win their leisure, not steal, and so to be good.
We are missionaries here, but we don't tell them that we are missionaries because we are not allowed, since this is a communist country, we are not allowed to teach about religion. And so what we do is really to instill values, human values, in the students, like hard work, like studying hard, and diligence in their studies, like excellence in doing their work, like quality job that they do in the shop. So this is the door where we enter the educative program of Don Bosco. We don't ask them to pay anything. So we ask them to contribute something from their family. So we ask them to contribute 75 kilos of rice for the whole program, for the whole 1 year that they stay here. And that's their contribution. And because the students here eat 1 bag of rice every day. But imagine we have 110 students eating in our center. So we are offering them courses in 4 departments. We have the electricity for 1 year, and auto mechanic for 1 year, and the motorcycle repair for 6 months, and welding and fabrication for 6 months. Now you realize that actually we have 2 groups of students. In the start of the year, we have the 6 months and the 1 year students. After 6 months, we get another group of students for the welding and the motorcycle. Just like this month, we got about 25 new students for the 2 departments in welding and the motorcycle.
Thanks to the Don Bosco Salesian Foundation, more than 1,000 young people have received vocational training, and about 75% have found work, thus improving their lives. We think we shall carry on this activity of Don Bosco for many years, and we are sure that Don Bosco will continue, because Don Bosco is he or she who loves young people, and there are many poor young people here in Laos waiting for Don Bosco, not only here in Vientiane, but also in other provinces of Laos, north to south, and even in the centre. When I finished my vocational training in 2014, the Salesians accepted me as a teacher at the Don Bosco Center where I still work. I am very happy that the Salesians help many poor young people in Laos.